Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a challenge, of course, as you see from the title above, about how I did my makeup at school, high school, where it's all kind of the same, because I did have the same thoughts and ideas and all that. So basically you'll be really surprised about what is happening over here. You would be thinking, what is wrong with you? But honestly, back then I wasn't really into makeup that much. I was just knew the basics, and I'm just saying new because it was like what I thought I knew, and it was a definitely different routine from what I'm doing right now. And that's why I'm all full with no makeup, because we're going to go through and I'm gonna be showing you what I did and you'll be freaking out. So without any further ado, if you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel and give them thumbs up for the videos. So anyway, we're going to start, and of course, as you might guess, back then there was no primer for me. I had no idea what a primer is or what it does or anything like that, so I was putting no primer on. Okay, I was going full on with my foundation, and the way I was doing my foundation was I was obsessed with MAC because honestly, I don't know, I think back then in Greece MAC was everything. So when I went in the shop and I got the foundation, I was really excited because it was so full coverage and I really liked it. So I still use a foundation because it's one of my favorites. Like, I always go back to it every now and again. So yeah, and that's a Studio Fix, of course. And I was using a different brush. It was like a fiber brush that I have. I don't know it. It's the picture up here. So it was just like a fiber. When I went to the shop, I just said, you know what, I don't want to do it anymore with my fingers, because that's how I was doing it. And the girl there just gave me that brush because she said it's just one of the great ones. And I've changed 2 of these brushes, and after that I realized that, you know, she might say that this is a foundation brush, but it wasn't really a foundation brush. It was more like for blush or something else. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to be using my MAC 170 because that's a really great brush. But again, I'm just using a brush and not a beauty blender like I would probably do. But however, we're just gonna go together and let's put that without a primer. My poor little face. All the pores are gonna be huge now. But yeah, basically I would just go straight in like that, you know, swipe it up and down, and that was it, me, you know, like done and dusted. I wasn't really spending that much time on how I would do a great look or how would I look flawless. Obviously when you are 18 you have a perfect skin, so you don't really care about anything else. So yes guys, that's what it is. No, all great, perfect in, well, that's what I'm doing now, but obviously that's not what I used to do back then. So yeah, all right, let's keep going. So the next thing I was putting on was a concealer. Actually, believe it or not, I did have a concealer, and the concealer that I had, oh, by the way, just a disclaimer, I wasn't putting on foundation on the neck, so that's why you have a bit oompa loompa, and then you have the whiteness, because I wasn't really bothering with that. I was just doing on my face up until here, and that was it. So afterwards I was gonna go with a concealer that I had a concealer, but the concealer that I had was from MAC, and it was this one over here that was such a pain in the ass. It's their Studio Finish concealer, and it's not their liquid one, it's that creamy one. As you can see, it hit the pan. That's how much I was using it. Back then I had a bit of you know, spots. So what I would do, oh goodness, how could I do that? I was getting with my finger, okay, and I was going straight in where all my spots would be, okay, and I would just rub it gently, and that's what I do. That's what I would do. I wouldn't put it on around my face or something, just where my spots were, because apparently that was my biggest concern back then, you know. So yeah, that's all I can see. I can't see anything else, and the reason why I'm using this finger is just because all the rest have nails and I don't want to make them really bad. So anyway, we keep going with well, that would be a bit really weird for you, but back then I wasn't really using a contouring technique, nothing like that. There was no bronzer. Well, there was a type of bronzer you're gonna understand now, but not the way you were thinking it right now. So basically what I would do was, I had a bronzer from a palette that I got ages ago, because you would see it, it's ancient, and it's from a brand called Pupa. It's an Italian brand, but apparently in Greece you can find them in a few shops. So yeah, that's what it is. Then I would go on, as you can see here, it hits the pan as well. I would go with this shade, which is like a bronzer, obviously, but I wouldn't really use it as a bronzer. You know what I would do? I would just get a big fluffy brush like this, okay? And I would dip my brush all the way really good, okay, so I can get a lot of product, as you can see. And then I would put it all over my face. Yes, exactly, you heard me. And if I thought that that was not enough, I would just keep going back to get a better bronzer result, you know, like in the whole freaking face. So when I actually thought that I'm all really you know, tanned or whatever, bronzed, I would actually stop, okay, and that would be it for the bronzer. That was my bronzer. There was no highlight, obviously, and I had a blush. Now I can't find my old blush, but I have this blush, which is again ancient, from Essence, and I'm gonna be using it, and I'm gonna show you how I was using it. Now, I wasn't really using a brush like I would be using today, but because I don't exactly remember what kind of brush I would be use, I would just get one of my Spectrum brushes that I use for blush, and it looks like this, and I was using a lot of product, okay? I wasn't tapping it, and then I was smiling, and I was putting it just in the circle, okay? Because otherwise you wouldn't look like a freaking clown, okay? So I would put it in the circle, okay? Because that's what I thought it was the best. And not only that, I would get more product, and I would put it on my nose as well, all over here. Okay, so that was my kind of highlight. So yeah, so far so wonderful. So anyway, let's get past the brush. I think that I put more than enough of what I used to put, and then we're going to go on with the eyes and the upper face. So there was no eyebrow, nothing, no product for the brows. The brows were staying the way they are, nothing whatsoever, and there was no eye primer for the eyes, because back then, the way I'm going to do my eyeshadows, my look, you're gonna be amazed, and you're gonna be like, seriously, what was wrong with you? But you know what? I'm just not gonna answer. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead, and I'm gonna show you. I had this palette, which is not really a palette, and it's from a brand called Fuss. I don't know if you know it or not. It's ancient. My sister actually gave it to me, and I was obsessed with brown. By the way, I'm obsessed with brown anyway, but I was obsessed with brown, and I would get a brush like this. Thanks God I knew it, but this over here is a shimmer, okay? So what I would do is I would get all that with a big fluffy blush, no tapping of course whatsoever, and I would just put it like this all over my eye, of course. And I would just put it so much like that you could see that it would be going all the way. And then I'd get more product and I'd go to the other eye. And all I'd do is I was just going to put it on my eye. That's it. Not even blending it. Right now I'm blending it because it's a thing I'm usually doing right now, but I'm trying not to. So you can see the thing. And I would go back again with a lot more so it can be more intense, you know. So it will look kind of like this, and I wouldn't really care whether it would be too high up or too high down, as long as I had that brown eyeshadow on my face. Sometimes I would use the Pupa one that I show you with this one over here. With these eyeshadows I would mix them and match them, but it would still be the same application, like just one swipe, and that was it. I wasn't really blending or really anything like that whatsoever. And I had another eyeshadow that I don't really, it doesn't, the whole brand is like it's gone, so but it looks like this. As you can see, it just hit the pan. I was even using the lip colors for my eyes. I mean, I was insane. I don't know what I was thinking, like, honestly. But however, yes, this, I don't know why I still keep this palette, because I mean, I can't even read the name anymore, but however. So the next thing I would be doing would be, of course, there was no other color, or maybe one or two, but it would be again the same thing. So now what I would do is, I had a pencil, it's not this one, but I can find it. Probably I got rid of it, or it just finished, and you know, really realized that I have to use something else than a pencil, you know, because the pencil doesn't work. But I use that pencil for eyeliner, okay? So I would get it and I would just go really, oh, by the way, I would be holding my eye like this, and I'll be going slowly, but I'll be leaving this part over here always. I'll be just going like this, and then I'll be having a line like that, okay? And then I'll be going down like that, okay? And then I'll do the same thing here. Just a line, and then under as well. Honestly, I don't know, but if you can see, like I was leaving this part over here, I don't know why. It was just a thing I used to do, because I thought that my eyes would look much bigger, and the line here just looks like, you know, whatever. But that's what I would do. Then I would go with my mascara, which is this mascara that I keep on having, and I just love that mascara. It's just really, really good. And that's from Maybelline, the Colossal Go Extreme. And I would just put something like that, you know, just a little bit. I wouldn't be straightening up, I wouldn't really touching them or do anything else, just this. Okay, and once I'd finished, because I wouldn't put really like 10 layers of mascara, just a little bit, I would move on to lipstick. Now, I didn't really have lipsticks, because up until now I'm not really a big fan of lipsticks, but I had a great one from Max Factor. Now, I don't remember the name because it's gone, but it was one of their Lipfinity or something. And I would put it on, obviously. And the great thing about them, they just have a really nice taste that Oh my god, I always liked to lick them afterwards, but I never. That's just okay. Now I wouldn't wait until that thing dries, because it dries and then you put on the white little liquid that keeps it a bit more like a wax. But I wouldn't wait for that. Just the way they are, I would just go on, because as you can see they're still like that, and I would put on the wax, because I believe that this is going to keep it forever, even though it wasn't keeping it forever. But however, no setting spray, nothing else. That was my face when that was the way I was doing my makeup anyway. When I was at school, or when I was at high school as well. So nothing else. As you can see, it's very simple, very plain, very basic, if not nothing. But that's how I thought that it looks when, you know, I thought that I'd look fantastic. So what do you guys think about the way I look? Just hit me in the comments down below and let me know. And I'll see you again in my next video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye!